Sylvan coming to you live from Consulting Secrets on a perfect day to talk about business growth, opportunities, talent, and a fantastic day to talk about you. So having standards inside of your business and the way that you operate become important for a couple of reasons. If you want to get top talent likes to work with top talent doesn't like to work with bottom talent. And so it's like oil and water. And I've seen this happen quite a few times in businesses, in organizations, in practices, where someone says, hey, I want to grow my business. And so they go, we're going to get some talent in here. And then so the talent comes in, the business is not organized. There's no standard operating procedures. There's no org chart. There's no job descriptions. So the talent comes in and is used to an ecosystem where there is all of these rules defined. And then they look around, they're like, what the heck is going on? Everything's falling on me. Everything is coming to me. I am completely overwhelmed. Like things that I should have support on, I have people coming to me and asking me for help, and everybody needs to know the answer. Or the rules apply to me, but they don't apply to everybody else. And so if you're going to say, hey, Scott, I really do want to build a team of top talent, one of the underpinning items that really has to be taken care of is standard operating procedures, org charts, job descriptions, and swim lanes. And so the reason that this becomes important is because as that talent comes in, these are all things that they're used to. Now, it's a completely different story is when you're bringing somebody on board and you go, hey, time out. We're going to bring you on board, but we want to let you know that we're in our growth stage and there's a couple of things missing. We don't want you to be frustrated. We want you to know that we're working on it. And then you have to work on it. But if you don't have that conversation and somebody comes on board, they're going to look at everything and like, this is so slow. It's so antiquated. And then they're going to leave and you're going to be like, what happened? What did we do wrong? Well, you were premature in bringing that person on board and they didn't realize what they were up against. So I'll share this happened to me. I probably about 10 years ago. Hey, Scott, can you come on board? Can you take a look at the company? Can you come work? And I get there and everything is a train wreck because there was no organization. There was no org chart. There was no standard operating procedures. And this was like, they called me and it was a help me Obi-Wan Kenobi moment. Help me Obi-Wan Kenobi. You're the only one who can help, right? It was like, help me, Scott. And what ended up happening was that the management team resented me because I was coming in and saying, these are all the things that you're missing. And they thought that I was coming after them saying, you guys aren't good at what you do. But what I was saying is like, hey, I can't be the missing piece on the board without you taking care of this operational struggle that you're facing. And the conflict was real. I literally had people come to me from the accounting team, from the management team, from the sales team saying, we don't want you here. Like that, literally, like almost word for word. Scott, you're a nice guy, but we don't want you here. Well, it was because I was going against what their norm was, and they had never seen the other end of the rainbow. They had never seen how structure would help them. They had never been on the path of seeing what the opportunities were. And so it was very short-lived. I think I made it maybe 3 months. It was just before I started taking on consulting. And this is one of the reasons, is because of the issues that it created for me to go on board and say, hey, I'm here to help. And here's the things that I'm going to do. Your talent really needs to match standard operating procedures, org charts, and who's making the decisions and the swim lanes of who answers to who. If you want the best talent, you're going to have the thing that attracts the talent, and that's stability. Now, don't get me wrong. There is a group of segment of people who love a challenge and they're like, hey, game on, I'm in. I would love to come work for this organization, even though it doesn't have everything it needs to have. But what you're going to find is if you want that greased chute, if you want that fast slide, then you want to be prepared for what's coming. And the way that you do that is you allow for the talent to do their job as talent and not have to worry about all these other things aren't in place. Now, is there a perfect company where everything's in place? Maybe. Is there a little bit of, well, that's not ready to go? Yeah, but if it's a lot of not ready to go, then the problem comes down to this is like you're premature. If you bring me in, we're just going to have some conflict and there's just going to be some problems. And you don't want that. So you have to set aside, like, are we ready to bring in the talent? Are we ready for rocket fuel? And if they know going in, hey, we're working on, in conjunction with you being here, we're building out this operations and we're building things out, like, perfect. If they don't, they're going to be like, you set me up for failure. You got one of three things to do from here. Just one of three. Find the subscribe button, click on it. Every time I send out a video, you'll get an update. 2, hit follow. 3, share this video with a friend. We'll see you soon. Thanks for watching.